Hello, vinyl community, and anyone else watching this. I got home from work a little while ago, and there on my doorstep stood a package, a Beatle-related package that I had been waiting for all week. I've been watching videos about it and going, I just need to hear this. And I purposely didn't listen to the CD. I didn't even buy the CD. I didn't go online and listen. I didn't do anything. I just wanted to hear it on my own turntable, my new third man turntable, and it came, and frankly, I'm really disappointed. This is the album. Okay, I'm kidding. This is not the album. This is the album that's playing. And I'm not disappointed. I am in fact thrilled. I'm amazed. It is, of course, the new 50th anniversary vinyl of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And a little story that I find humorous, and one person in the VC won't because it involves him. Paul, fit to be tie-dyed, ordered this along with the, he's Canadian, by the way. Not that matters. It does a little because it's Amazon Canada, I guess. Ordered this and the 6 CD set, 6 disc set, whatever, 2 DVDs, 4 CDs, whatever. And just got it today. And I ordered this the day it came out. Just the vinyl, but I ordered it from Amazon, but from a seller on Amazon, not Amazon itself. And I got it the same day he got it, and I didn't order it till actually after business the day it came out. So I just found that amusing. And I'm sorry, Paul, but I do find that amusing. This is a really hefty package. I'm sure you've seen it. It's 2 disc set. There's the back. And comes with both records. Come in replicas of the original sleeve. I'm sure you've seen this before. And what I thought was a booklet, but it's just a 1-page fold-out. Nice letter by Paul, which I haven't read yet on the beginning. True confession here, I stopped and had a couple of beers after work before coming home. So this is the me you get. And I'm not reading anything, but I have listened to all 4 sides of this. And this is on the heaviest stock I've ever seen. I thought it was a book. It's so heavy. And this is what you got. And it's just heavy. You get the back, the diagram from '68 or something when they made a diagram so that you'd know who was who on the back cover. And really excellent packaging. And I thought I would go track by track and tell you what I think of this. And it's all going to be good. I said not too long ago that the 2009 remaster is the best version of Pepper, the best sound you can get. Well, it was. But this is. And I like the Yellow Submarine and the 1999 Yellow Submarine as well. I don't mind when they remix things. If it's for the better. Yeah, I don't necessarily want the other one to go away, but I wouldn't be so heartbroken if it did. To me, this is about as good as you're going to get on this. I've heard a lot of people say it rocks, and it does rock. It's loud, it rocks. The vinyl pressing is amazing. But to me, what it sounds is modern. And some people might not think that's a good thing. And I haven't heard that word really used a lot on this. But to me, I mean, Giles Martin is a younger guy, and he is modern, and he did grow up with modern technology, and it makes sense that him mixing it would sound modern. And again, I like it sounding modern, and that to me is the key to this. It's just, it could have come out yesterday. It's just a very up-to-date, modern sounding record, and I think the music on here is all the better for it. Just a fantastic mix. So, track by track, I'm going to take you through it really quick. Everybody talked about Paul's guitar on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And yeah, it's there, but it's not as upfront as I thought it would be. I was more impressed by the drums, which people have mentioned, and the bass, and just the clarity. As Paul, I watched a Japanese interview, and Paul talked about it's clearer. That's the big thing. And it is. Everything is up front. You wouldn't think it could be but it is. And there's an excitement. There's just an immediacy to this record that was never there before. Nothing is buried. And that goes into With a Little Help from Your Friends, which they talked about Ringo's drum solo in there. I heard that, but it wasn't as upfront as I thought. But that's good. It's just a really good mix. But there was nothing revelatory, really, to me in Sgt. Pepper or With a Little Help from My Friends. Just really good mixes. Then we go into Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And yeah, John's vocal isn't quite as flanged, but it's clearer. And I really liked it. And I really liked the drumming in it. And Paul's bass throughout this album is just... They couldn't get a bass sound like that then. They didn't have the speakers to hear it, to mix it that way, and now they do. And just fantastic. Then it goes into Getting Better, which just rocked. It was just so much more. The bass again was just fantastic. The drums were fantastic. The vocals up front, just amazing. And same with Fixing a Hole. Just the immediacy, the presence. You feel like they're in the room with you. And the bass and the drum, just amazing. And then you get to She's Leaving Home. They used the mono faster mix. Why they ever slowed it down, I don't know. This is the best version of that song I've ever heard. The strings are crystal clear. It doesn't drag. It doesn't lull. It's in your face as much as that song can be. And just great. And then Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite, which was just mixed well. Again, great bass. Great vocals on that. Great drumming. Just excellent. I have nothing more to say about that, really. Then we get to Within You, Without You, the song that swayed me on the 2009 remix, again swayed me. It's just so clear, and George's vocals are up front, and for the first time ever, I really listened to them. And gee, just a great job. And that of course is followed by, I'm losing my place here, When I'm 64. One of the most revelatory tracks for me. Paul's vocal is just up front. The bass is amazing. The drums are great. The guitar sound is that jazzy guitar is just right there. It's fantastic. And then Lovely Rita, another one. Just me and Mr. Mayo talked about a couple of the oohs and ahs. They're there. They're just lower in the mix. But everything else is just higher in the mix. And again, just great. Just perfect. And Good Morning rocked. Just the horns mixing with the guitar. It's almost heavy metal in a way. I mean, it just rocks, and it's immediate, and it's in your face, and just what a fantastic, just perfect. I'm in love with Giles Martin right now. Then you get to, for me, the biggest revelation on the album is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band Reprise. You hear John's vocal way more in the mix than you ever did before, and the guitars are there, and the vocals are crisp. That's the word I would use. They're almost clipped in a way. I'm used to them being a bit echoed and a bit phased, And they're not. They're just straight ahead. Those two singing together as a duet. And to me, it was always a Paul song. It's very much a duet here. And that to me was the biggest change. And A Day in the Life, drums more up front. Speaking of Day in the Life in the background here. Just, wow. It was the one that me and Mr. Mayo, Joe didn't like so much. I don't have a problem with anything. It's they didn't change it that much, so it's just slightly better than the other one, and that's okay with me because it was great to start with. Everything is crisp and clear and solid and fantastic. Now, this too, I've listened to the outtakes, and I must say, I was expecting, because I know they use some of the same versions as on Anthology, I was expecting just retreads, but they messed with things on Anthology big time, and they left them alone here. So, if you have Anthology and think you have the same, you don't. Not at all. Everything was amazing to me. Nothing, I heard nothing before. By the way, there's everything you get. Everything was a revelation to me on side 2. Every single track. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, take 9. Just basically what they use, but without all the stuff. And I love that. There's lots of, you get lots of talk before and after the track, studio talk, which is nice. With a little help from my friends, the instrumental. Paul must have played piano on this. I'm guessing he did. Because the thing that you notice about this right away is Paul's bass isn't there. And you miss it. It's amazing how you take things like that for granted and then you take them out and you miss them right away. But there's no overdubs on this. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is sort of the same version as Anthology, but it's not. It's not at all. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And Getting Better on here is just, it's fixing a hole. They're just, the backup vocals are gone. I can't remember. Getting Better might be an instrumental. I can't even remember. Maybe it starts out as one. But I was just enraptured by this thing. And She's Leaving Home is an instrumental. The strings are just nice. And the thing is, it's an instrumental, but it's not just an instrumental of the song. The overdubs aren't there. So there's lots of things missing. So there's lots of things to listen for on this. And Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite is basically the track on Anthology. But Anthology, they changed things and they messed with it. Here, it's just a track. And it's really, really great. Side 2, Within You, Without You. It's just the Indian musicians, but you hear take 1 in there. You hear George telling the musicians what to do, giving them instructions. It's really cool. And again, there are overdubs that are not on this. So it's not just an instrumental. It's not the Anthology take of this. It might be the take, but it's not the same version. Lovely, or When I'm 64, maybe my favorite track on here as far as the outtakes go. Just the basic version they use, just without anything else but that amazing guitar is in there. Paul's vocal is nice, and you can tell they didn't do that much to it. I always thought they did a lot to his vocal to get it to sound like that. They didn't. Which blew me away. Lovely Rita. Again, just great. Just an early version, no overdubs. Just everything was a revelation to me on here. Good Morning, rocked. No matter what version you do of that, it just rocked. It was just fantastic. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is the version they used on Anthology, but it's not. This is the way it was. They didn't mess with it, which was just great. And A Day in the Life is the anthology version, sort of, but not. And Paul's not in it. They didn't put Paul's part in here, so that's all instrumental in the. I don't want to give too much away, but again, if you don't have this, you don't have any of it. Now, I know I've heard they repeated some things on the CDs, which doesn't make sense to me, and blah blah blah. And then A Day in the Life, the ending, the hum. Oh my God, if they would have actually ended it like that, what a disappointment. So, bottom line is, my record's over and I'm going to take off in a minute. My bottom line is, after a couple beers and a nice listen to this, you need this. If you don't own Sgt. Pepper, buy this version. You won't be as impressed if you don't know it, the other one, but if you're a Beatles fan, even a casual Beatles fan, and you're into vinyl, I haven't heard the CD. I've heard of CDs too loud and a little bit harsh. This is right on the money. If you're a vinyl collector, you need this. I don't even care if you're a Beatles fan. You need this. This, pound for pound, penny for penny, might be my favorite Beatle album. Now, it's not my favorite Beatle album, but if you know what I mean, my favorite Beatle pressing, my favorite Beatle thing. They did a fantastic job on this. I don't know how it could be better. If I had to rate it 10 out of 10, they just did a fantastic job. Okay. That's enough of that. Thanks for listening. Check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. My Sgt. Pepper 50-year anniversary special is up right now. And I don't know when I'll get this up. My internet's down, so I didn't even get to listen to watch your whole video, Paul. In fact, you were just about to open your box, your 6-disc box, when my internet cut out. So I made a video instead. But thanks for watching, and once again, you need this. Every person watching this video, you need this. It's that good. Take care, VC and everybody else, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.